In this video, I'll be taking a look at Paladins for the Nintendo Switch. Keep in mind, this is a multi-plat game, so you can get this game on PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. I know this game came out on the Nintendo Switch a while ago, so this isn't new news, but the real reason I'm making this video is because I feel like a lot of people don't know what this game is, or they write this game off. I know one of the most popular games right now in the gaming industry has to be Fortnite. I know a lot of people love Fortnite because it's free to play and it's just a fantastic game. This game is also a free to play game. If you don't know anything about Paladins, Paladins is actually pretty much a clone of Overwatch. So if you played Overwatch, you're definitely going to know how this game plays. It's pretty much a first-person hero shooter type game, and it pretty much shares a lot of the similarities with Overwatch, and that's really the problem I think this game has, and it makes this game suffer, that it's a clone of Overwatch, because a lot of people disregard this game, or they think it's a cheap knockoff of Overwatch. But in my personal opinion, somebody that has actually gotten this game before this game officially came out on the Switch, I actually backed this through the Founders Edition of this game, where I paid $30 up front to get this game early. I do think this game can stand on its own, and I definitely think it's worth a look on the Nintendo Switch, considering this game is free. Everything you have to realize is this game is going to be a free-to-play game, so keep that in mind as I'm talking about this game as well. This is a free-to-play game, but this is one game I do play quite frequently, and I actually do love Paladins on the Nintendo Switch, and it's actually a very fun game. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the different champions before I get into a match. Here's some of the champions that they have in Paladins. So you can see that there's a lot of playable characters. So if you can't find a character that doesn't suit your playstyle, you can definitely find another character that'll suit your playstyle. One nice thing I love about Paladins, which is pretty amazing, and you got to give credit to the devs, is the fact that this game's a couple years old now. It even been out before the Nintendo Switch version, and I must say that the devs are still supporting this game, because yesterday we did get a brand new hero to this game, and here's the brand new hero in this game. So they still are supporting this game a lot. So if you want to play a game that's going to continue to evolve and continue to get new content, then definitely Paladins is where it's at, because the devs have not abandoned this game. They're still making content for this game. But here is the new hero that we currently got for this game, and you might want to take a look at this game even if you've already played it, because they're still updating this game with more heroes. So you may want to come back and you may see all the brand new heroes that we've gotten throughout the year, throughout the months, because they keep on giving us new heroes. I'm actually surprised that they're supporting it all this long, considering this game is quite old. At this point, you would have thought the devs would have gave up on this game, but nope, the devs are not giving up on this game. And on top of that, every single platform always gets updated. They don't leave one platform to lay to rest. They always make sure every platform is updated, whether it's the PS4, Xbox One, PC, or Switch version of this game. They're pretty much all up to date. I think the PC does get updates faster than the rest of the consoles, but if you still want updates, don't worry. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, you will be getting updates for this game when they do come out. One thing that makes this game stand out is the fact that this game actually has more customization when it comes to the core gameplay than Overwatch. Like, for instance, if you go to loadouts right here, you can actually change what type of abilities, or what type of abilities that you want to put on your hero. So you can pretty much customize a hero to play to your play style. You can see different cards do different things. Like, for instance, Arcane Flame increase Inferno cannon's mana contribution by 15%. Dealing damage with Frostbolt reduces the cooldown of Inferno Cannon by 0.5. Increase your health. So you can pretty much have these different cards. You can have your own different loadouts. Here's one I've already made for this hero. You can see this is what I like to do with this hero, and this is my preferred playstyle, and that's how I play with this character. But you can play characters differently. Most characters in the game, I will have to admit, only have like one weapon, but that's not where it comes into play. Even though each character usually only has one weapon to play with, you're not the same abilities, you do get these cards to customize your experience, so you can change the way different things work with your hero if you want to play them slightly different, which is pretty good. And yeah, you can tell overall sometimes that this game is a free-to-play game. There's little things that make me wonder about this game being a free-to-play game. One thing I have to give credit to the devs is there is pretty much no pay-to-win model in this game. It's all free to play. The only thing you can buy in this game are going to be cosmetics, and I do have to give another shout out to the devs, because the devs did something really good with this game. They didn't clutter the game with microtransactions, or they didn't have a lot of things that to keep bombarding you to incentivize you to like buy different skins and different battle passes and things like that for this game. You pretty much they pretty much don't bombard you with that stuff, so you'll never see it as you're playing the game, so it won't get repetitive, or it won't be like bothering you over and over, the microtransactions. So that's one thing I like about the game. They pretty much put the microtransactions, put the skins, the other pay stuff away on the side, so you can't notice that. And if you sign in every day, you do get daily reward bonuses, so you can get skins for free. It's just going to take you a long time to get skins for free, but overall this is a pretty good game. Now I'm going to go into a match and actually show you what a match of Paladins actually persist of, so you can get kind of an idea of how this game plays. Keep in mind, if you're on the Nintendo Switch version, you do have to have internet connection at all time. There's nothing you can do offline. They do have a training mode, but unfortunately you do have to log into the servers to play training mode. If you want to practice in this game, you do have to unfortunately have internet at all times. So if you play in handheld mode on Switch, you might be out of luck in that aspect, because no internet, no go. But taking consideration, again, this game is free. That's not really saying all too much, and it's not really a bad thing. But here you go. You have two different modes. You do have ranked, so you can play ranked in this game. I do have a problem with ranked. Ranked is okay and all, but the problem with ranked is you pretty much forced to play heroes you may not want to play with, and that's something I do not like. I do not like being forced to play heroes I don't want to be play with. I know some people may say it may give you more strategy here or there, but for me personally, I'm not a fan of trying to play with heroes I'm not really good with, or heroes I don't like playing with because they don't feel good to me. So that does kind of suck. That kind of hinders my experience with the whole ranked game mode in this game. Another thing I don't like also, on each team there can only be one hero of that hero. So for instance, you're playing like Victor is a character in the game. If somebody picks Victor in a lobby, then you cannot pick Victor. So you better make sure that you play a couple of different heroes in this game. So if somebody steals your hero, even in normal gameplay or unranked matches, you can still find the character that you like to play. But here's some of the game modes you can play. Whoops. Let me go back here really quickly and show you some of the game modes. If you go to game settings, here's the three modes you have in this game. They don't have a lot of game modes, but again, taking consideration this is free to play. We have Siege, which is pretty much capture the objective. You have like a crate in the middle of an arena, and you have to push this crate to pretty much the other opponent's side. That's pretty much like Overwatch. I'm pretty sure Overwatch has a game mode like that. And then you have Onslaught, Slayer enemies, and control the objective to win. That's pretty much where you have to control a certain point on the map, and each team's trying to take control of it as long as possible. And then you have your standard TDM, which is pretty much in every other shooter game known to man. Another reason really quickly I wanted to demonstrate this game, which I forgot to mention, is the fact that especially on the Nintendo Switch, I know we don't have a lot of shooters. A lot of shooters on the Switch are third person, some we have first person, but in general we don't have a lot of shooters on the Nintendo Switch. So it's nice to that's nice. I actually wanted to talk about this game because I feel like a lot of people don't know about this game, and on top of that, the Switch does not have a lot of shooting games. So if you wanted a shooting experience on the Switch, this may be your go-to, and especially if you want a first-person shooter on the Switch, this may be one of your go-tos as well. And then you got Ranked, which Ranked pretty much has all the same game modes there, so that's pretty much it when it comes to that. I'm not actually going to let you sit in a lobby and see how the lobby works, because there is one thing I kind of don't like about this game. One thing I don't like about Paladins is the fact that the loading times for this game to get in a match, get into a lobby, and things like that are very long. You can be spending 3, 4, 5 minutes in it. I may be exaggerating, but either way, it's still very long to get into lobbies in this game. In fact, the lobbies aren't dead at all. I can play this game for hours on end and always find lobbies, so don't worry about that, thinking the lobbies are dead. Just the way they make you choose your character, make you choose your skins and things like this, this really does drag this just really drags this game on, and that's why the lobbies take so long to get into a match. That's really my biggest gripe with this game. So if you're okay with long loading times in lobbies and waiting for matches and things like that, then you won't have a problem playing this game. Now I'm pretty much just gonna skip to a match so you can see how a match actually plays in Paladins. Okay, so I'm back in the lobby waiting for the match to start. I was actually going to show you the new hero, but unfortunately somebody stole the new hero, and I really don't have time to wait to get into a match where I can actually show you the new hero that just came out like yesterday, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and just use one of the standard heroes that's actually available in the free-to-play version of this game. I'm actually going to go ahead and use Victor, which is pretty much a standard assault class. So if you ever played games like Call of Duty or any other traditional first-person shooter, then you're really going to feel at home with Victor. One thing I do like about this game is there's a lot of variety when it comes to heroes and different weapons and abilities and things like that. You can play something as basic as Victor if you're used to first-person shooters. He has a bomb for a special. He shoots a gun generically. He can also sprint around like some other shooting games, but then you can get some really crazy things going with a lot of different heroes. There's so many heroes to play with in this game. Now let's go ahead and actually talk about the Nintendo Switch version of the game, because I haven't really talked about the Switch version of the game. One thing nice about the Nintendo Switch version of the game, it actually supports 1080p 60 when you play in dock, and that's actually the same visuals you're going to be getting on any other version of Paladins, which is really nice. So you're not going to be taking any loss in terms of performance when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. And you know, a lot of games on the Nintendo Switch, even Fortnite had to take some sacrifice on the Nintendo Switch, but nope, this is the same experience you're going to be getting on every single other platform, maybe minus PC, because you know how PC is. When you get PC games, a lot of the times PC GPUs and CPUs can be much more stronger, so maybe PC version might be superior to all other consoles, but comparing this to other consoles, this plays beautifully in docked mode. Unfortunately, in the video, I'm not recording this at 30. I'm only recording this at 30 and not 60 frames per second, so you may not notice this in the video, but it is indeed 60 frames per second, so it is buttery smooth, and the visuals are spot on. One thing I must say about Paladins is compared to Overwatch is the fact that the visuals don't look as good. Like, there's not a lot in the environments or the arenas that you're actually playing as. You can see here there's not a lot of stuff going on. I will admit that Overwatch is a much more prettier game. There's much more visual flair and things like that, but you have to take in consideration this is a free-to-play game. You haven't paid a dime for this game, unless you're me who paid for the Founders Pack on the Switch, then that's a different story. But for me personally, I do like this game a whole bunch. I think this game is one game that shouldn't be overlooked. Even if you're an Overwatch fan, I think it does bring some different things to the table. Like I said, the card aspect of creating your character. Also, there is an in-game shop. Let me see if I can go find the in-game shop back at our hub, and I can show you what the in-game shop is, because there's also an in-game shop, which I don't think is in Overwatch as well. So you got the card system, and then you got the in-game shop, which is totally different than Overwatch. You can see on the bottom left I have my health, and on the bottom right I have a couple of different abilities. Each hero has about 4 different abilities you can play with, and each character also has different skills you can activate, or special abilities you can activate. I'm going to go ahead and activate Victor's special ability. I know in this gameplay as well, I'm not really doing all that well, but I'm talking and playing. Usually at this game, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm actually really good at this game. I usually rank high in the leaderboards and stuff like that. I can kill, I can get stuff, I can help my team get the objective, and things like that. So I'm a very good player when it comes to Paladins. I don't know why that is. Maybe the people aren't good in this game or whatnot, but I'm just very good at this game for whatever reason. It's just that on video, talking and playing is just really hard, so I'm really sucking really badly right now. But let's go ahead and activate my special and try to destroy these people. You can see Victor's special is to deploy some missiles that fly out of the sky when you target people, and I took out a whole bunch of people and I got a killing spree. Usually in like a match, I get a whole bunch of different killing sprees when it comes to this game, so I'm very good at getting these different killing sprees, double kills, triple kills, and things like that when it comes to Paladins. Overall, I do like my entire time playing this game on the Nintendo Switch. No matter what console you have, I still think you should give this game a try. It's a free-to-play game, and pretty much you get everything when you download this game. You get a couple of heroes to start the game with. You get all the cards. You just get pretty much everything. All the modes are available too, so you can play casual lobbies, or you can play ranked lobbies later down the road once you level up and things like that. Overall, what else can I say about Paladins? It's your standard hero shooter, but I think what we got here is a solid experience, especially on the Nintendo Switch. I'm surprised this game runs at a good 1080p 60. You would have thought with something like this, they would have had to take some sacrifices, maybe lower the resolution or lower the frame rate of this game, but nope, everything's intact with this game, and that's something I'm actually quite blown away with this game. And on top of that, they are updating this game quite frequently. Like I said yesterday, we did get a brand new hero to this game, so give this game another shot too, even if you have played this game before, because there's new content coming to this game. It seems like almost every other month or every month we're always getting a brand new hero, so they're always hard at work working on this hero. I actually got top play of the game. That's probably for the special I put out, because you know this game I did horribly bad, and I wasn't even trying to go for the objective in this game. Let's see what the game... Yep, the play of the game was definitely me knocking out 3 people with my special ability. That's not really a surprise right there, and my score was pretty bad. Overall, the only negatives I have with this game are the long loading times. The loading times can be very long. You didn't actually see the long loading times when it comes to finding a match in this game, but that's really my only complaint. And on top of that, if you're playing on Switch, of course, you do have to have internet, which I'm not too happy about that as well. Again, this game is free to play, so how can I really complain about this? Overall, give Paladins a chance if you like Overwatch, or even if you like games like first-person shooters. You may want to give this game a chance. I showed you how this differentiates itself from Overwatch. You do have the different loadouts you can have on your character. I didn't even show you the in-game shop. So each match, when you start in your little hub where you have the countdown, just like Overwatch, where you have to wait in a little hub area for 30 seconds or whatever, you do get a shop where you can get these different abilities. And they pretty much do give this game much more variety, and they give you a little bit different skills you can play around with, and you can pretty much choose those skills depending on what the other team has or what type of heroes. One thing I know for a fact that this game does a little bit differently than Overwatch is once you pick a hero in the lobby to go to a game, you can't switch heroes during a match. You are stuck with the same exact hero, which I know Overwatch, I'm pretty sure you can change heroes on the fly, but here you cannot change heroes on the fly, unfortunately. But then again, I keep having to say this game is a free-to-play game. Overall, I like this game. Give this game a chance. What else can I say about it? It's Paladins, and it's a good game. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News. Sign